Welcome, Forbidden West travelers, as we head into the horizon. It is time to talk about the most essential aspects in this game. Number one, the story. Maybe you have not played this game or you have. Either way, when you start up Horizon Forbidden West, you will get a quick summary of a few minutes breaking down exactly what happened in the first game. From there, you can take off and head to the Forbidden West. There's a lot of great details, but also tons of stuff that you might have missed from the original, which brings us to point number two. Learning about the allies. Your allies are not just something to fill you up with side quests and to do so much more within the game. They are a part of the story. There's a deep story within Horizon Forbidden West, and these guys are actually companions throughout the game. You will meet a bunch of different people you can build relationships with, and they will be a part of your missions as you try to complete them. And it gets very exciting, very dynamic, and interesting. Number three, take your time. This is a critical one, and I know it sounds very simple, but most of us want to know what the story is. We get wrapped up in trying to find out what happens. But with Horizon Forbidden West, there's tons and tons of activities to do. And these things are not just for you to unlock top gear and weapons. They actually impact the story because these characters are your companions, and the relationships and different things you do help the story build in a deeper, more meaningful way. So take your time. Number four, activities have all the best rewards. Yes, you want to play through the story, but the reason I tell you to take your time is because the activities have some of the top rewards in the game. And doing these will give you nothing but the best for this game. Of course, you know that there's the enemy camps, the cauldrons, there's the hunting grounds, the tall necks, but there's some new awesome things that you can enjoy, but also unlock the best gear. There's the melee pit, the arena, the gauntlet runs. And these three offer some challenges and give you some rewards that you might be surprised by. So take your time and focus on trying to complete as many as you can, because you might actually unlock something awesome and you can send to me so I can make a video about the best gear in the game. Number five, speaking about best gear, there's tons of ways to farm. Some of the ways that I talked about the activities in the area, but also a little more passive. The merchants throughout the areas have top tier gear and very useful items that you want to pick up. And the only way to do that is to take your time, farm, picking up enough materials to unlock. And just one quick tip on how to pick up materials from the previous game: we would go to a fireplace that's close by to an activity, basically complete the activity, fast travel back to the fireplace, and then be able to continue doing more and more of the activity to unlock a specific material within that area. And this is something that we might do a guide for, but we definitely encourage you to just enjoy the game. There's tons to do, and I'm talking about so much. So make sure you take your time, go to the merchants, see if they have anything you really want, and then grind out. Number six, choosing your style, but make sure you experiment. And what I mean by that is, I am a stealth player and I love the melee aspect of the game, but having hunter to be able to long range attack enemies is also just as critical. Don't get it twisted. There's tons and tons of new elements when it comes to the skill tree, but it's up to you to decide what your play style is, and also just experiment with new things. There's so many new skills and abilities and overall enemies and things of that nature. Number seven, combat versatility. And just like we talked about, you want to be able to beat any enemy at any time. And just a quick tip to understand, the smaller enemies are a lot easier to run up on and melee them and take them out. But the big guys, the big machines specifically, can do some heavy damage. So trying to melee them the whole time might cost you your life. So you're better off long range or setting up traps or trying to stealth a little bit of it. And if you can do that, you're going to succeed drastically. And that versatile combat is going to be the game changer for you. So take your time and practice a variety of fighting styles and techniques, and it's going to enhance your experience. Number 8, this one is very critical. A lot of times we see an enemy, we want to get into the fight, but there is an awesome focus scan that you can do that will not only highlight the enemies, but it will show you where is their weak points, what type of elements hurt them the most, and what are they strong with. You don't want to throw fire on an enemy who can't get damaged by that and is immune to it. You want to try and put out as high damage as you can, finding their weak points that you can break, and also trying to break through their shields so that you can reach the very, very critical areas. And this is going to be done by taking your time and scanning the enemies before you get into the fight, or during if you have enough range and time to do so. One trick I like to do is try to slow down time and then go for my scan. Number 9, do not be afraid to unlock new skills. There's so many new skills. The skill tree has 6 different play styles, and it's going to enhance your experience. You can mix it up and just unlock the ones that you're very interested in. If you see one that you're not know about and you're curious what it can do, easily just go ahead and experiment there. Don't be afraid to unlock new skills, because you're going to be surprised by some of these things that really do something special. For me personally, having focus is a nice one when you're trying to shoot, but then there's close range attacks like the Valor Surge abilities that are the most powerful abilities in the game, and you're able to really put out some serious damage with those. So look into them and do what you do. Number 10, and this is the most important. If you made it this far, I want to thank you for watching. We have a bunch of guides, tips, and tricks for you guys. Feel free to post up anything you find, because it's going to help me as well down in the comments. And of course, let's get this YouTube algorithm up. Liking, subscribing, and commenting is going to help. With all that out of the way, feel free to watch our tutorial guide on the skill tree so that you can see what type of playstyle you would like. We will be covering Horizon Zero Dawn thoroughly and streaming it, so make sure you go ahead and check us out on social media and get involved with us, as we want to keep you informed and offer the best guides and tips on YouTube. Safe travels out in the Forbidden West. Peace.